Hey there, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Alright, the saga of my HVAC system continues. I actually do have an update. If you watched from a couple days ago, you would have gotten the initial take, which is that my system was broken during the heat wave, and I gave some other context as well, including some historical insight into a really nasty interaction I had with a previous HVAC consultant. Anyway, today we have an update. So my AC is back on finally. We had a guy come out and deal with it from a different company. He was great, actually. He showed measurements of all of his equipment attached to our system and explained each one so that it was clear how it actually worked. Wow, imagine that. It was nice. I think we're gonna definitely stick with this company. At least I feel like they did a good job on it. This is, it's like I'm an engineer, but this is not my area of expertise. So when they talk about measurements, ohms, impedance, all that sort of stuff, I understand the concepts, and I'm like, yeah, no, I follow along, right? It's fine. But if you ask me how an HVAC system works offhand, I'm not going to be able to describe any parts of it, right? Apparently, we had a capacitor blown on our system, which these capacitors are about the size of your fist. And I was informed that if they can explode. But they're designed not to. They're designed to contain that any kind of like faulty situation. So, but what happens is when they pop, when they become volatile, they flip your breaker. If you flip the breaker on repeatedly while they're still attached, you can cause them to explode like a grenade, which is very funny. So, fortunately, my SO and I never noticed that the breaker on the downstairs HVAC system had been flipped. So, we didn't even notice that, so that never became a problem. But that's kind of spooky to think about. Regardless, we also discovered that the previous contractor had not installed everything to code when we did an HVAC replacement, so that's unfortunate. So another failing of our previous one that I didn't know about until, I guess, yesterday. So that's rough. Basically, the failure was that they didn't install a moisture pan or any kind of moisture compensation system into the air handler, which means that the air handler basically just creates because of the way the dew point works and the just general the functionality of an air handler, it creates condensation. And especially because it's in my crawl space, this is more exposed to the air than other areas of the house, right? Like the attic doesn't have this problem for my upstairs unit, but basically it means that this thing is creating moisture and that moisture is not going anywhere. So it's kind of like a wet sort of wall situation down in the crawl space. Not great. So we're going to have this new contractor come out and add in a moisture pan and basically like a water sensor and water drainage setup, because that presently doesn't exist. So hooray, there's that I have to deal with. But yeah, so basically TLDR, the previous contractor didn't do everything to code, was just bad. The interaction was bad, and I was going to use some more choice words, but I don't use those on the channel because I do have some young viewers, so I respect you all. Regardless, it was rough. But I think it's all working now. The new contractor has done a great job of it. I was watching like a hawk, is the way I'll say it. I was very thoughtful and just trying to make sure I understood what was going on, followed along, tracked this person, asked about measurements and stuff, and they were very open and transparent, and I think that helped a lot. So anyway, I have AC again. That's exciting. I don't have to record at 3 a.m. to avoid passing out because it's too hot. So that's good. Which means I am recording at a normal hour. Look at that, I've slept and everything. It's incredible. So let's play Monster Train, huh? Let's do it. I've thought about this a bit. I do want to try at least once to catch the champion paths I've missed. So we will be doing an Ardoon run today because I haven't played him in a while, and I want to try to spread out the champions at least now. So we'll do an Ardoon run. I do want to do a Lion's Mane Sporesinger run, so we'll give her a shot at some point. We'll try to do it. I also want to try to get an It Hungers run in on Baron Grail, so We'll try him eventually. I've played him recently enough that I think we'll do him in a little bit. I want to get in Lady Avarice on Gilda, and I would also like to get a Lord Phoenix Overlord run. Yeah. Once I get those, I'll feel pretty good. And I'm not going to try too many runs of these. But, like, you know, it's like, okay, I try Phoenix and I roll. I don't see Overlord, fine, right? I want to try to get it. So we'll do another cycle on this a little bit and see how that goes. And then I think at that point we'll be moving into Monster Train 1 clans. What I will say is, because of what I've been informed of, there was, like, we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but there were screenshots that were posted of the game director of Monster Train 2 telling everyone that in the Shiny Shoe Discord that there is the plan, at least currently, as far, it's not like 100% locked in, but the plan currently is that the next patch would have, what did they say specifically? It was like room and equipment cards for the original clans, so Monster Train 1 clans. So that's cool, right? That's cool. I'm very excited to see new mechanics brought into the old clans. I think they need it. It is insufficient, in my opinion, to translate them one-to-one without adapting them to the new system. I want to see abilities, I want to see rooms, I want to see equipment, right? Those are things I feel strongly about. If I can perfectly delay my exploration of those clans until that patch lands, that would be fantastic. Now, whether or not the timing works out, I don't know. I don't know when they plan on releasing it. It might take a while, actually, maybe like a month or something. Honestly, I'm just guessing and have no idea. So with that in mind, we're probably going to be playing these clans before that patch happens, but I kind of want to give it a little bit of a shot. Maybe they can pull it off. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of unlocking and work to do on that side, and there's a lot of exploration. I've seen enough screenshots, I've seen enough of the cards as is. I can imagine kind of roughly how things will go. So I'm excited to see if my suspicions are accurate. I don't want to, like, off the cuff guess right now, because someone is going to tell me I'm woefully wrong, and sorry, I probably am. But yeah, so we'll get into that. Yeah. But today we are going to be playing, where are you? I want to play Ardoon. Yeah. I want to try to get Hierophant. My suspicion is that Hierophant is a bad path. It's... Alright, look, that's maybe bold to say out the gate. But it's basically, if you look at this, think about all the silent units in Clan. There's only one offensive silent unit, and it's Nightingale, who would really benefit from double incanting armor. And it's kind of like he's just bad Guardian Stone, right? Because Guardian Stone still exists. He's one space, which is fantastic. You can dualism him, which gives you the exact same amount of armor. Now, I suspect that Ardoon's armor stacking goes up later on in the run, right? It's going to be armor 2, and then armor, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe is my guess. But regardless, I do think that at 2 space, it's a big cost, and you're also suffering from the lack of dualism or other support. So obviously Mage Blade 2 is nice. I kind of just feel like he's going to be a bad Guardian Stone, right? My suspicion is that the other paths are stronger, but sometimes you need a tank, right? And I think that's fair. That said, I'm pretty hot on Mystic Hammer. I think this is a very solid path. It's just big stats, and it's good big stats, right? 30 health is a solid starting spot here at rank 1, and it goes up to 90. I don't know where Hierophant lands, but the fact that he starts at rank 1 lower health than Mystic Hammer tells me that I expect it will be similar later on. So, I don't know. I feel like Mystic Hammer's maybe the better tank, better general purpose unit, and then Battleborn, if you can get multi-strike trample or something, can kind of pop off and become a little bit of a backline guy, right? I can see that. I think Battleborn struggles a little bit if you lack the ability to make him hit an extra time. You're going to be hunting things like Void Armament, right? You really need that second hit. 1 for extra slay, but 2 so that you're benefiting from that bonus Mage Blade later on. 1 hit at Mage Blade 6, this is just not impressive, right? You kill a guy. Great. You need the multi-strike. You need something. You need to trample, anything. So, as long as you can find that, it's good. And the run I tried this with had Twisted Back, so that's why. Anyway, a lot of talking. Too much talking for an intro. Let's get into it. As always, do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I have a Discord server if you want to say hi, tell me about your HVAC problems, all those stories, and let's play some Monster Train. Let's get into it. Alright, clicking the button. Even my intros have gotten longer these days. But the part of the thing is that the intro, I'm explaining what's coming next in the series, too. That's not something I was doing in Monster Train 1, right? It was always like, okay, you knew what was coming up. There's no questions. Because the game was so long in the tooth. Now it's like, all right, we're still young in the series, so let's see what we get. But all right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing great right now. I'm air conditioned. I'm feeling nice. I slept. It's great. Today we are facing Dominion Seraph. We have Siphon Archean and Damage Shield Kale. Sure, okay. I mean, I think Hierophant is very good into Dominion. If we see it, this is nice, right? Because Dominion will apply the corruption at an area of effect, and Hierophant answers that directly. It's like Inoki, except it's a champion path, right? Inoki answers this too with Spawn, but yeah. We have Proto Heartcage as our Pyre Heart. Fantastic. Big number. I'm a big fan of Proto Heartcage. If I were going to rank Pyre Hearts, I'm pretty sure this would be, I don't know, top 5. Pretty close to it. It's just really good. There are a few that I definitely consider stronger than Proto Heartcage, but it's just so rock solid. It pretty much lives, in my opinion, at the bottom of A tier, would be my take. But I'll do a video at some point about that. I think I have a pretty good sense for the hearts right now, but yeah. Starting cards are Meddler, Infectory, Nightingale. Hey man, Nightingale is a great opportunity for the Hierophant gameplay. Meddler is good phase control if we need it. It's also good moon cycling. And Infectory creates a nice tank that could benefit from Hierophant. So just show me Hierophant, right? That's it. Just show it to me. The first unit you summon each turn gains Conduit 4. Now, I think this works with Fungi, right? Because he does get summoned. Which means I could be stacking truckloads of stuff with Infectory. It might be super powerful. Winged Steel, however, is just a draw relic, which we think is very powerful. So that is something to think about. These are both really good, at least if Stardust Treat works the way I expect it will. What's stronger? It's a good question. I think we don't have any magic power cards right now, so because unfortunately Spore Touch does not do damage, so there's that piece to it. But Winged Steel is so rock solid. I'm going to try the Stardust Treat. I think that's going to be fun. Show it to me. We see Hierophant, I'm clicking it. Alright, we have kind of like the run that makes me feel like this will work, which is great. So if it, in my opinion, if it doesn't work in this run, it's bad. This is perfectly designed for it, I think. We'll take the Pyre Dampener. That is unfortunate. We do struggle with -1 Ember here, but it's fine. No reason not to play top here, I think. Fine. Okay, I'd like to get the Meddler on the floor. No real strong argument for anything too fancy here. Yeah, we're incanting because it's good. I'm going to take out the Curse Boy in the back on bottom. There's no reason to delay it. We do get Meddler on the floor, which is fun. Do I care about the Vengeful Shard? Not really. I am going to kill again the Curse Boy. We take the 1. I'm not going to click the... What is it? The ability. Doesn't matter. Okay, we see Infectory. Now, I'm anxious to see how this works. Right? This should behave. If I spawn a unit, he should pop in with Conduit 4, right? He does. He does. That's great news. Now, here I want to Moon Ritual and then we Spore Touch, but I will Meddler here. Yes. Let's see, how do I want to approach this? He attacks a few times. I want to try to keep the sap a little high on this guy. but we have armor. We're going to take a hit in the back. That's going to have to be fine. I think we actually are correct to not play any of these units. I'll at least play the second Infectory just to get it out of my deck. Yeah. Now, does that troop have Troop 8? Here's the question. Is he getting it every turn he spawns, or what? No. Okay, so fascinatingly, he only gets it the first time he appears, which is a bummer. Right? It is a bummer. Okay, so it's not as good as I hoped, and I really should have taken Winged Steel here. Great. Unfortunately, that is something we have now learned. Then I can go to night mode here, and yeah, cool. New moon, we're in. Great. So the problem with Nightingale that struggles is he needs a method of scaling. We need like the Mage Blade 3 artifact straight up. I mean, opening Eclipse Chamber here is scaling for Nightingale. I am just going to grab that, right? I like Silver Strike, but Eclipse Chamber here is solid. Loam Coat is impossible to skip, in my opinion. True, great. Let's go to the Merchant of Steel here. I don't have enough magic upgrades that I would benefit from this. Now, Eclipse Chamber does mean Infectory is off that floor, but that I think is going to have to be okay. It doesn't behave the way we want anyway. Dualism, Large Stone. Oh, Enchantrell. I mean... Dualism Enchantrell is bonkers. Right? Right? I mean, that's so sick, actually. That's so good. She's so strong, and Dualism's in the shop. I mean, I think I have to, right? We can make this work. That's huge value. So here's the question, then. What am I doing with the Eclipse Chamber? I was thinking, I was like, yeah, of course, we Eclipse Chamber, we scale Nightingale, it's fine. We give up on Infectory, but now that they've shown me Enchantrell, I mean, this is huge, right? Very powerful. Now I desperately want to do this with Rally, so I want this on the floor with the Infectory, right? Now, of course, I need the Rally triggers. We do not have Eager Conscript here, which is important. So I think Infectory's pretty clutch here. Is it plus 28? Plus 20 health here? Maybe? Alternatively, I could be looking at Smidge Stone. By Smidge Stone here, she fits on the floor. So let's hold out. We have another steel coming up. Not yet. It's on ring 4. So I'll have to make up a call for Archean. There's also the world where we consider something like Loam Coat on Nightingale in Eclipse Chamber, right? And then he propagates the stealth and wins Relentless or stays alive. He tanks really effectively. Eventually he dies to corruption on like Titans, but he never gets hit otherwise, which is kind of cool. If we do that, then we can get away with making him large, is why I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's true. The way we can do this, large would give him good stats, then we would find like a multi-strike for him. And then we can take multi-strike or Smidge Stone coming out of this next shop, and that would be decent. True, that's an option. The large stone is decent to grab regardless. I'm just thinking about this. The large stone it tunnel visions me a bit. It funnels me into a very specific approach, which would be Enchantrell on floor and then Nightingale on a lower floor, and we try our best to assemble the Eclipse Room plus the Loam Coat on him. Alternatively, Loam Coat plus Enchantrell on Fungi is pretty solid as well. So we have... I think we hold out on the large stone. I think we're pretty good in this next combat. I think we're pretty okay. I don't have a magic shot play here. No, so... Alright, let's go on. I think we'll be fine here. I'm just going to save my money. Draw -1. We should be alright. I think if I can get... Now the question is, I don't actually think Enchantrell is the play on this particular combat. I think Nightingale is the play. And we will do Nightingale, Ardoon. I will play the Enchantrell on a lower floor for now. Great. We get the Eclipse Chamber and the Infectory. This is good because Eclipse Chamber means he always has multi-strike and he gets scaling, which is great. We can then rally off of the Spear Stewards here. We incant upstairs. Okay. This is acceptable. Now, if something dies on middle, it pops out a guy. Right, you can see the benefits here. Upstairs, I don't care if it's new moon or full moon. It doesn't matter. We have Eclipse Room. I'll play the other Infectory. Or lay it all out. It's fine. Seems good. I can airdrop in the Meddler. Tell you what, Meddler up top is pretty good, though. We'll take it, and then I will do the incant. We're going to get pummeled just a little bit here, and that's going to have to be okay. Bit of a bummer, but fine. Okay, where are we at? I can play something middle, which does something. Top floor is clearing out. I'm not incanting very well, unfortunately, because I haven't been able to address this backline dude. So, kind of a bummer, but... Fortunately, we have a win just because Nightingale deals, let's see, 170 damage. So there's that. Singular incant doesn't change anything. Great. Cool. We have very flimsy, but we managed to preserve enough health in the back that we're fine, and we do enough damage that we're still fine. Bloody Moon is a very good payout for pretty much everything. I could play it on any floor. It procs Infectory. Really good card here, yes. Gravity, I know what you're thinking. It's great. Proliferate. It's hard to skip this, right? Proliferate, I already have the Loam Coat. I even got rid of the Calcified Ember there. Now, Magic Shop, how are we feeling? I can remove Consume now, which is great. The Luna Banner, I mean, Lunar Priestess is dope, right? The Magic Shop is not as impressive as one would like. I do think a Merchant of Arms could give us, like, Moonlit Glaive, which would be huge. I have a room card. I could make it deployable, right? I mean, I'm going to already be expensive on the Enchantrell side, but for Archean, we just deployable the Eclipse Chamber, and we play Nightingale, and we're good. So I think we go to the Arm Shop here. I can benefit from this health. Hall of Mirrors. Mushy Room. Mushy Room is good. That combos well with Enchantrell. Let's look at the Alcove first, because reasons. This could give us... You see Arcus event this early? Interesting challenge. I don't know if you can see the Arcus event this early, but we know the Arcus event says take 50 damage. If you take 50 damage, you get a sick artifact. You get the Looming Dark Shard. So it's beneficial to have more than 50 health walking into this event. But we also know that there is the Unstable Shard event that can spawn here, and that one reduces you to 1 Pyre health, which incentivizes me to wait on the Pyre health. So it's really just a pure gamble. What's more likely? I don't know. What are the ticket counts? I think we chance this and we go and take the event because I gain a much... Man, it's hard. A better upside, maybe? They're both really good. I don't actually know. I would be really interested in what you all think, actually. I think that's a very difficult decision. My cat is going crazy, so I'm going to think about this while I go and detect whether my cat is breaking something, and then I will be right back. It will be just a second for you. Alright, I'm back. So it turns out I've actually just been bamboozled because my cat wanted my attention. So anyway, I have decided that we are going to chance going in to the event first. I don't actually know if there's a real chance of seeing Arcus at this point or not, but I think if I'm picking which event benefits me more right now, I would sure like the unstable shard if it showed up. So we're gonna try this first. All right. We end up not seeing it at all. We get Red Crown. I have no overstacks. Interestingly, putting Endless on Meddler would be really powerful, but I don't think this is the pickup. I think, unfortunately, we do just skip Red Crown here. It's a bummer. I don't know. This event is tough. It's an overstack that I feel like really needs something fully upgraded, and there was no way I was going to be able to do this. And Endless is so bizarre, and the followers are good, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to skip here, right? Yeah. Alright, actually, my cats are cussing at each other. Jeez. 1 second. Tons of cat-related drama in this particular episode. Yeah, apparently they woke us up at like 6 a.m. the other day because they were fighting, and periodically since then I've seen the girl cat cussing at the boy cat. They're brother and sister, so they're like fine usually, but something has really set them off. Anyway, I think we're skipping this. Let's click the button. Okay, fine. Goodbye. You're disappointed? Me too, but actually, me too. Alright, now thinking about other options, Quick is not terrible, but I would really like to hunt for Moonlit Glaive here. I think I am buying Mushy Room. I will say the Hall of Mirrors with deployable is cool. Is it super strong? Maybe. Probably not. It's tough though because how do you get the floor set up, right? You put Ardoon down first, then you play the Hall of Mirrors, then you put down Nightingale, but the problem is now you don't have enough space. You have to take Space Relic, which is costly. If I had a Smidge Stone, I could do some fun stuff here. It's tricky. I don't know if it works on this run. And I already have the Eclipse Chamber thing that I kind of have to go with. I'm going to go with Mushy Room and a reroll here. Yeah, baby, Moonlit Glaive. Although, Moonlit Glaive Cycle Staff, that's what, 130? I unfortunately cannot merge them immediately. I think we do purchase both of them, though, and we put one for now in Ardoon. Yeah, it's going to be Glaive Cycle Staff, and this is a huge pickup in power, right? Huge benefits. Now, as long as I don't get bogged down by curses or something, which I don't think comes up here, so we should be all right. Fight Club, no. We move on. That's a great arm shop. Unfortunately, I can't afford not the infusion. You know what I'm thinking of, the combo package, right? I want to, like, combine them. I think we are going to still do Ardoon in front with Nightingale and Enchantrell middle. We do get the opening Eclipse Chamber here, which is great. I am going to proliferate here. I think it's good. Although I'm going to Spore Touch the boss first, then I'm going to proliferate. We will take these 2 damage here, and that's alright. Sure. I need to see a unit on this turn. Good. This is acceptable. I want to play Shield Steward here. That's a good pickup. I will get Meddler on this floor upstairs. Should have put the Cycle Staff in first, but I kind of wanted to put that on the Meddler, so I think this is acceptable. We'll do it like this. Then I will Moon Ritual, and I will hit the Meddler play here. Sequencing doesn't really matter, right? Archean chases us. Moonlit Glaive is a powerhouse. Yeah, Moonlit Glaive is a powerhouse here, but the main problem I'm going to be suffering is... how do I actually... I need to keep Arjun alive. He just is not very durable, huh? And he's just going to eat dirt, right? Yeah, I'm not feeling terribly good about it. Infectory is a decent play here because it saves Enchantrell, which I appreciate. I mean, like, we're straight up just losing Ardoon here, and there's very little I can do about it. Which, I mean, he's kind of just junk, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. He's kind of just bad, is the big problem. Ardoon, this guy is not... he's trying to be a tank, but he's so bad at it. Like, what is this? He's like worse than a train steward here. Now, granted, he's pushed 28 armor to my Nightingale, which I guess is something, but... geez. I have to play the mushy room, I guess. There's no reason to keep the meddler, so I'll play him and then we'll send him, right? It scales the guy upstairs, I guess. But yeah, dude just passes away, so bummer. Eat 4 damage upstairs. Now boss comes upstairs, and what do you do here, right? I can at least tank this hit with a Spear Steward, right? I do definitely want to ping on middle floor, because it gets a fungi and pays for itself, which I really appreciate. And I wonder if I can I keep him alive? 25 health? He's taking a chunk right here, but if I can keep him among the living somehow, it's real solid. Ugh, come on, Archean, you're killing me here. Not looking great. I pop the guy in front, he lives incredibly. Right? And then I can clear the guy on middle for an extra row of sap, which is good. Continue scaling a bit. I need to push numbers on Archean or we lose. So my number one goal here is... okay, get the Spear Steward in. Number is solid. Do our best upstairs. Now, argument... I think we do enough damage. I think we put the Infectory upstairs and take 2 tanks here. And then next turn, we will have Meddler active. We'll only get 1 tank if I do this, because it removes its daytime, or full moon. Next turn, we get control. It's okay if the Chosen Acolyte walks on me, right? Yeah, I think this is actually fine, and then we will put Spore Touch on boss here. This is acceptable. Okay, do we live? Great question. I did decay a lot of rage there. We live. Amazing. So it is super important that I end in... I guess it doesn't actually matter if I end in daytime or nighttime, or new moon or full moon or whatever, right? Yeah, okay, we can click this button. We did the math on it. It's okay if Meddler dies. There's no reason to keep him alive. So this is acceptable. Infectory buys us turns, though, you see? That's how that works. It's perfect, actually. We live. Okay, amazing. It's spicy. No one is happy about it. No one is happy about it. But it works. Duality. Duality is a great card here. We have the Conduit to play into it. Stardust Invocation says Phase, which is itself very good. Taking Ember here because I desperately need to be able to play stuff, but my incanting game is weak. I need Arjun to live is the problem. So Stardust Invocation potentially is a double incant, right? Because I can maybe copy a Moon Ritual. It also is a phase. It's a good card here. I do want more payout for... I do want more payout for... What is it? Conduit. How do I consolidate these floors? I'm going to take my money and we're going to go to the steel shop. Again, I'm very poor. I can only afford essentially one upgrade unless we top roll both upgrades we want on the steel shop, which is unlikely. I can't afford upgrade, reroll, upgrade is the problem. So even if I sold this, right, 220 is not enough for that. You need what? It's 75 on the reroll plus probably like roughly 100 each. So you're looking at 275 and we could do it. So the fact that we can't is a bummer. I think I really want more pings, and it's such a good ping here is the problem. But the Calcified Ember is a real issue, and I need to incamp better, so I think it's going to be Stardust Invocation. I think if we didn't have the Calcified Ember here, I might go the other route. Okay, for real though, Spore Launcher is very solid on Enchantrell's floor. He's so big. What a big guy. I don't know. We're not spawning either very well, which is another problem. I'd have to kill an enemy in order to get this rolling somehow. Alternatively, Cluster Kernel just procs Enchantrell directly. I think actually Cluster Kernel is the pick here. I need to not mess around with spawn. I think this works. We take Hell's Flame, we go for Ember, and we're going to be okay. I will go to the right. Give me stuff that I want. Titanite is strange. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Ardoon, you need more health. Brother, you can't have 30 health here. What are you doing? Shiny Shoe, he's a tank. Why does he have 30 health? No wonder everyone always tells me this path is so bad. No wonder, I don't care if he incants for 3, my brother's got 30 health. He barely lives one turn against Titans. If it's 40 health in Hierophant 3, it's absolute trash tier. Wow. This is the worst path possible right now. Yikes. Okay. Titanite Largestone, I could purchase both. It's very strong for a tank. Sadly, Hierophant Ardoon is not a tank. I think the reroll here is going to be better. Smidgestone is real. Dualism is... Nightingale, Stealth 4? No, I don't think so. Smidgestone lets me do some good stuff. Let's be real here. What if we just throw Ardoon away? Hear me out. What if Ardoon gets Yote? Right, because we have 6 Ember, I can put Enchantrell, and then Colonel, and then Nightingale. Colonel can eventually become a reasonable tank. Kind of. Nightingale, we play this with the Eclipse Room, so he scales. We hunt steel shops. I mean, the sad thing is I actually genuinely think this is probably the play. Which is ridiculous, right? Throw him away. The tanking is not bad, but if I can tank on sap, it's probably better. I could jam them together at this point. And then play it with Infectory, I guess. It's an option. I think we make her tiny no matter what because it's present, right? Of course, a big challenge here is she is going to die, right? She will pass away. There's another argument here for a tiny Nightingale, right? And then we can make another copy of him later. And he probably just dies, though. Remember, we're not answering Dominion very well. I have to play it. You have to play it with Ardoon if I'm going to do this, because she will just pass away. So I think, what is the dupe angle here? I don't think I need Enchantrell to be 2 copies, but if I do like Enchantrell plus 2 Nightingales, that's pretty good, right? With Eclipse Room, and then we give one the Cycle Staff and one the Mage Blade gear. That's a little more doable, I think. And then I don't know if Cluster Kernel ever actually fits on the floor, but it's fine. I am leaning towards the Nightingale pickup here, right? Have another steel shop. Gosh, no money alignment on these steel shops are killing me. I have to take this trial and I'm not going to be able to do anything. It's not good. It's not good, right? We're going to have $40. I have to take the trial. Like, if I miss the trial, I lose. If I miss the collector, I'm pretty close to losing. Okay, so I think Smidgestone Nightingale is the play, and the only reason is because I may dupe him later. So let's do it this way. Do I take Conduit on someone here? Honestly, Conduit 10 on Enchantrell is pretty legit. I realize the health is a problem, but if I do play this with Ardune's floor, it's relatively safe. It's pretty good, right? We'll take that, I think. Sure. Sure. Okay, fine. The dupe is not happening right now. The question you have to ask yourself is, what is the dupe here? And I don't really have a good answer for you. It could be as simple as just another Mage Blade equipment. Could be another Loam Coat so that Ardune maybe doesn't die because he's terrible. Put one on Fungi. The weird thing is you kind of need to like Infectory in order to spawn the fungi and kill an enemy, then put the Loam Coat on it, then you need to switch to Eclipse Chamber. The sequencing here sucks. I'd love to get Kernel on the floor. Can I afford to take space? If I had taken Winged Steel, maybe, but 5 card draw into Titans is no bueno. I don't know about that. The dupe is never Enchantrell here, is it? No, right? I'm trying to think if there's ever a world where I somehow jam all of this together. It's way too expensive, right? 6 Ember Enchantrell is unplayable. That's true. That's unplayable. I need either Proliferate, Dupe, or Stardust Invocation because it's a double incant. Like, stuff like that is what I need to make copies of here. I think I'm going to take Proliferate. And it's not a great dupe, but I think I need to do something like this. We'll play Mushy Room on middle is the plan. Yeah, sure, whatever. Stone of the Undying. It sucks, but fine. We should beat Ajax, no problem. I have a very tall line, so that's cool. Now, here's a question. If I Stardust Treat on a Dualism unit, does it Dualism the extra stuff? Find out today. No, it doesn't. Cool. I kind of expected it. It's fine. Doesn't actually matter. This is an extremely frail floor. Just so frail. Kernel can chill on middle. He's existing. Great. If I can assemble this, we love it. I think I will put the Infectory down upstairs to boot. Start with this. I will double incant upstairs. I'll put a Meddler on middle, sure. And I am going to pop one of the Fiends on bottom. Great. It's something. I get the Cycle Staff, which is going into Enchantrell here. Hit the Meddler on this one. I want to play Eclipse Chamber very badly, but we can't get Fungi on this floor without... Can't get Fungi on this floor without Infectory present right now. I think I have to hold out, which really sucks. I can't believe I'm clearing this floor on middle. Good grief, that's surprising. Here, yeah, I think it's Spear Steward out. I hate this for me, but I think it's going to have to be okay, right? Right, we get a kill upstairs, which is good. I can do Mushy Room on middle. I can Spore Touch for dollar bills. I Can Stardust Invocation on Moon Ritual here, and then we do get double Moon Rituals here, which is nice. Play everything out, manage to kill something. I have a fungi upstairs. Right, you have a fungi, and now we can at least do something really good here, right? With the proliferate action. Yeah, that's solid. We get the new moon, we get the kill upstairs. It's good. We're actually able to do something here. This feels right. Manage to kill this man. We get some fruit, killing some things on middle. Okay, and now once I draw Loam Coat, I think we have top floor in control. We get the power of proliferate here, which is quite strong. And I don't mind everything else being the way it is. Yeah, okay, fine. This is, now we've got it, right? I think now we have this floor in setup. Let's put the infectory downstairs too. There's no reason not to here. Sure. We are proliferating. We have a ton of sap generation. It's good. So with all of this in mind, I'll be honest, I definitely want a Bloody Moon upstairs. I think that's very smart. I will play the other Meddler down. It's good. I will pop Middle Dude here because it gets rid of both Reanimate procs here. I'm going to double tap Meddler on this turn because it gives the Cycle Staff some value. And then we will just play out my random Stewards. There's not a lot of cards on the redraw here, which is good. Yes. Okay. Now, goal on mid-floor is... Yeah, goal on mid-floor is kill this guy in the back. It's great. I guess I could actually have done this a different order and it would have been fine. Sure. Damage numbers are okay upstairs because I have proliferated enough of everything else. Sap on the boss. Not sap, but, you know, Spore Touch on the boss. I guess I could have stabbed this guy all the same. It doesn't really matter that much. Dies anyway. Yeah, fine. Sap 21. Do I actually kill the boss here? Yes. So I can play Calcified Ember, which is kind of peak. So I didn't even get the Eclipse Chambered for the highest numbers possible here, and we still managed to pull this off, which is very good. Now, Fungi does most of the tanking, is the thing. We only have a pathetic 30 armor on our Dune here, and I don't want to chance this. I don't remember. Did I have math? I don't want to chance the Moon Ritual on the Cycle Staff. It's... Alright, we win. I did quick math in my head. I was like, I have to play this if I can. We win. Alright, we're fine. Okay, good. This guy's sap is annoying, but he can't punch through fungi. The math works out in our favor. Okay, great. Moon Cycle, gain Conduit 1, Aurora Weaver. This is yet another run where I think Aurora Weaver would be good, but I already kind of have everything figured out. Glittering Draught is a healing card with Conduit. Yes, I'll take it. We benefit from this. I will take Dig Deep. It says Spawn. That is amazing here. Yes. If I can initiate Spawn without having to start with Infectory, it's very good. We get to go to the Merchant of Steel, which I have enough benefiting from it that I would like to do this. I think it's multi-strike chiefly, but like another Smidge Stone would not be bad. We'll go. Multi-strike on Nightingale is the pickup here. Yes. Great, actually. Fantastic. Inferno Room. That's an answer to some Dominion garbage. Yes. Okay, we'll take that. I have a lot going on in this run. A lot of cards that are not spells. I will re-roll here, because if we see a Smidge Stone, we are happy, right? Smidge Stone, happy. I think we just put 20 health on Colonel here. And then we spin this. No Smidge Stone. Acceptable. Have a nice day. Do we give him a large stone and say goodbye? Dupe on 8 is on magic side. There's another dupe on 7 on magic side. We're not seeing another steel shop in this run, I don't think. So, I mean, I think we do just send it on Colonel here, right? Sure, bud. Let's go. All right, fine. The dupe is probably something dumb. Which is, you know, not great. I say dumb because it's like it's probably just another proliferate here, right? Yeah, probably just another proliferate. Again, though, maybe I go to an arm shop. If we see like a steward room, we can deployable that, and that gives me just enough to squeeze 2 Nightingales plus Enchantrell plus everything. So this arm shop is pretty high value here, especially since I don't really see the value on the trinket shop here. There's good stuff, but we're not going to have enough money to do a lot with it. So I think with that in mind, the dupe here is... Is it just Nightingale right now, or do I wait? There's an alcove coming up. I could wait. There's no reason to take the dupe on that right now. What if I just take Dig Deep? It's expensive, but... Ugh, I hate doing this, but I really feel like this is the right card that I need more copies of. Alright, it's... Look, it's gross, alright? We all agree it's gross. You have to take the trial, okay? It's Undying one. At least it's not... What is the other guy that spawns here? Kel is on ring 4. This is not Kel's floor. Who's the other dude on ring 5? Am I forgetting already? How am I forgetting you? Whatever. It's fine. Okay, first things first, let's Nightingale in upstairs. We will play Enchantrell. Order doesn't really matter at this point. Dune, sure. I'm doing it like this because I want to spread out the conduit a little bit for proliferate. Then we just cluster kernel. Big man on campus just rolls up. He's fine. I do top into Inferno Room, which will get played. Mushy Room middle is solid. We could just open with proliferate here, which is not terrible. Kind of don't want to. Here, I'll put Meddler in. That seems fine. And then we chill here. Inferno Room is going to do most of the work on this particular combat. I don't have I can't like Spore Touch up here. It doesn't actually work out very well. It's a bummer. I think we clear this all the same, but we're very slow, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not good. I'm saving the Meddler ability for if I actually hit the Cycle Staff. We get Collector at least, which is nice. Man, bottom decking everything is no bueno. We at least get a kill up here, which is something. I could now finally click the Meddler play, which I will. I can't Loam Coat upstairs yet, so we chill. We're very slow right now, unfortunately. Alright, we finally get an Infectory upstairs. Here's the Moonlit Glaive. I can go into... Doesn't matter which one I end up on. I will Spore Touch for armor. I think it's important. Okay, we finally get a little guy spawning. It's really good to get the little guy spawning. Now I can go Eclipse Chamber, right? We go Stardust Invocation on Proliferate here. Everyone has Conduit. Everyone has Conduit. True enough. And then we Proliferate Spam, which is big. And I do not think I don't need Meddler's ability to get this kill, so we're fine. Okay, we're clearing everything. It's good. Legit. Now we can do Dig Deep. Troop 4 is just like absolutely send these guys to the abyss, right? It's like really good. So get them, Spear Steward. Great work. Like, we have it now, but it's bizarre and slow to get here. Click, dig deep. Yes. Good. Click Meddler, because why not? We don't even push anything on middle, but that's actually fine, right? 4 touch. I mean, the armor is real high value upstairs, so we click it up here. Yeah. Okay, fine. He gets some sap, but a bazillion reanimate, which is no bueno. It's enough. It is, in fact, enough. Yeah, I mean, this is a weird thing where we just have enough stats on the floor and are doing enough damage. Is this enough to win? I don't think so. I think I do need to actually I need to clean this up, right? I think this beats ring 5, but does not beat ring 8 or 9. So I need to arm shop. We're going to look for a steward's quarters. I'm looking for intrinsic on that play. Moonrise, it's an option. Hexcalation. Cosmic Bolt is a payout. I have a lot of conduit. I should probably take this. You could just blast a heavy with this. Sure, okay. It's all very expensive. Fungi in a suit. Fertile ground. Is fungi in a suit good? The armor's nice, but I feel like it doesn't spawn enough, right? Dig Deep is always able to spawn. I mean, it's like for every 10 cards in my deck. We're probably going to be looking at a 40-card deck, so that's what? 5? Spawn 5 for 2 is big. Those are good cards. Fertile Ground is 2 for... How many consume cards do I have? Let's find out today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I mean, if I play it in the right order, it's not terrible. If I play it in the wrong order, it's kind of bad. I could just sell it for money. It's not very good. Unearthed Treasure, what is this pulling back that I care about? I mean, if it pulls back Proliferate, it's good, but I don't really want the Calcified Ember here. I mean, I can't afford this Calcified Ember. We're really finicky on draw. I need to make sure I'm drawing better. I can't afford to be drawing worse, especially into Kale. This is what? Spikes? No. Who are you? Damage Shield. This means I think they have 60 health cherubs, which is beefy, and I can't be affording the damage shield, so I think we have to play, like, what, middle or something stupid like that? It's very flaky. I think Fungi in a Suit we click just because of density. Armor is nice. We're going to go left. Deployable... It might just be deployable Inferno Room and we give up on Colonel. Crazy to think about, but maybe. We'll see if we hit the train steward quarters or not, though, right? That's an important detail. There's no reason not to click the alcove right now first. F's hammer. Boiler room is not good, because this is where my Inferno room is going. Fight Club is not terrible. Is the hammer ever good? Hammer is one of those annoying things that's fine, and then the problem is you need the space much earlier in the combat. It's not bad, though. I could give this to, I don't know, Ardoon, maybe? It's not good. I could also just take the Fight Club and then replace it. It gives me some initial value that I do think is relevant. I think it's just Fight Club and we replace it. If I end up having... Because my draw order is too finicky right now, so I think, yeah, we Fight Club, it's fine. Thanks, lady, whatever, great. It's not a great artifact to pick up here, but it's okay. Planetarium is not it. We have other things to do. I've already talked about Hall of Mirrors. I think it is unsupportable, unfortunately. Right? Right. I think we will be deployable on Inferno Room, which is super valuable here. This is critical for answering early turn Kale, early turn Seraph, help on Titans. It's too important to not do. Okay, we've got it. Now, I can do the big merge and go crazy on the guy, on Nightingale. There's value in doing that and then double duping, right? We dupe the Nightingale, and then we dupe the equipment. I am going to reroll first because you never know what you could see. There's steward quarters. Okay, so where my next arm shop is doable. We only get one dupe then, but this works. So what we do is this is the play. This is how we do this. All right, we go draw on Kale, which is important. I think we need to hit 6 card draw, or we're gonna really suck at incanting. So great, we do that. Then the play is on ring 7, we deployable the steward's quarters that I purchased right here. That gives me 6 space on turn 1. Okay, that lets me play, do the Ember numbers. That lets me play Ardoon for 2 space, Enchantrell for 2 space, and 2 Nightingales for, what is that, 1 space, 1 space, or 6 space total, which fills out the floor. Fantastic. I mean, this does completely immediately negate Fight Club, but whatever. And that is, an Ember wise, it's 3, 4, 5. How do I play deployable Inferno Room then? I'm at 7 Ember. Do I have to take double Ember? That's not good. That's not good. It's not good to have to do that. No, it's not good. Man, I thought I had it. I need extra support from something. I think if we can get card draw here, and then if we can take card draw and somehow answer how I'm doing this, we can get it, right? We can make this work. We definitely purchased the steward's quarters while it's shown. I think this is too important. Fine. I need to purge trash. We're at that state where I'm going to need to do this. So I'm going to spend $100 here to purge Shield Steward and Shield Steward. They need to be units that go, units that are never getting played in deployment. Okay, fine. This improves. The wasted Pyre remains, but fine. I did it in this order because we could have seen the Arcus event, right? That would have been cool, but fine. Man, I need a +1 Ember in deployment, huh? We're so close to it. So close. Okay, alright. How are we approaching this, though? I do think deployable Inferno Room is big. Great, we did this. Who gets my conduit? It's going to be on Nightingale. Great, we play the rest of this out. Fine. He goes upstairs, as expected. Bottom floor's looking good, I think. I think we just Spore Touch spam on the boss right now. Not going to waste the Stardust Invocation here. We take a hit. It's not great, but it's fine. Okay, I do get the ability now to play the Infectory, which is good, right? I think it's better to play Dig Deep than it is to play Fungi in a suit, as weird as that sounds. He's only going to get, what, 12 armor? Yeah, I think we're going to replace on Infectory here. Dig Deep is active. I'm going to go ahead and put Decay on Executioner. We got to pop some of these damage shields. Yikes, but fine. Mushroom Middle is going in. Cluster Kernel, get it, buddy? Here's Meddler. He is decent because he at least pushes some more damage here, but oh, don't replace Inferno Room like a goober. The Steward's Quarters is currently unplayable. We unfortunately eat dirt here because Kale has decided in his infinite wisdom to just walk with that stupid guy. And we don't have the tools to answer it in any other way, so huge bummer, I guess. Double Vengeful Shard plays, I think. I'm going to not click the Meddler. I'd like to... I guess it doesn't matter. No, there's no reason to. We don't have the other thing out yet. Okay, Inferno Room is doing great work, but we pretty much are relying on Yeah, we're relying on stuff like Proliferate here. So first things first, get Conduit on this lad. Then let's get Moonlit Glaive out. Then let's get the Proliferate in play. That's huge. There's no reason to hit Meddler right now. There is a reason. That reason is more damage, and I get the Mage Blade upstairs. I will play the Infectory to replace the Infectory. There's no reason not to. We get a kill, which gives more sap, which is good. It looks like we're doing all right here. I get the Cycle Staff in play. I get the Loam Coat in play, actually, which is huge. And then Eclipse Chamber is now active. And then Proliferate is more value than Cycle Staff, is it? I don't know if that's true. It's good, don't get me wrong. I think scaling the Cycle Staff is probably better, though. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we take a shot as the thing, but it's all right. I'm not mad about it. We should be able to... Yeah, we completely are able to sap the boss down to nothing here, which is great, right? We just incant a whole bunch. I don't care if it's day or if it's full moon or new moon. We have Eclipse Chamber. Mid-floor holds it together. Great. Let's 4-touch the boss and then hit him for 225 damage. Give him the beam cannon. We clear this out. We push numbers. We're doing all right. Mid-floor holds it together, shockingly, which is great. Here we can do Bloody Moon, which is cool. Then I can do Proliferate, Fungi in a Suit. Now that's a good Fungi in a Suit. Armor 64 we take, right? That's pretty powerful. He does get some stats, but I'm not afraid here. We push big numbers, actually, which is funny. Hit the Dig Deep upstairs. That's great. Continue moon cycling. We decay on the boss. The decay is helping to get rid of everything here. Get rid of everything, as in the damage shields. We push a bunch of damage. He does eat all of the sap here, but I don't really care. It's like it's fine, right? No big deal. We have enough survivability upstairs that this is actually just fine. Yeah, sap's almost all gone. There's no reason to take this damage. Just click the Spore Touched. It's fine. And we're out. We do live on Kale, only one hit, which is not terrible. I think I took 18, right? Yeah. 18, one guy leaked. It's alright. Tome of Evergrowth. This is really good because I can use this to augment sap, and I can put this on Enchantrell for sap 6. I like me a Silver Ink, but it's gotta be Tome of Evergrowth here. Now, I do hate this problem. I think I have to click draw, and I have to plan around my strategy, and if it doesn't work and I can't get a second Nightingale, it's a bummer, but I think I have to take draw or we are losing. This is like, consider Seraph. Well, we're not going to get any curses, so consider Titans. If you draw a single curse on Titans, and I have no incants, my floor easily falls apart. I need draw options so bad. This is immediate punish, by the way, for not taking the Winged Steel. I was expecting that Stardust Treat worked a different way. I thought we would be getting, as written, I'm like, yeah, it should be giving 4 conduit each time I summon a fungi on the first time a turn, because I am summoning it. Let's be clear. Let's look at literally anything that says spawn 1. Spawn, first word of spawn says summon. This should work. It doesn't. That is a bug. Hashtag deal with it, in my opinion. Something's wrong. Either the description on Stardust Treat is wrong, or the description on spawn is wrong, right? Like, we are summoning units. So I'm actually extremely annoyed that this is a problem. But if I had known about this interaction, I would have instead taken Winged Steel 100% of the time. And then we can take Ember here and still draw 6. You can see how this works out. Anyway, we are going to gung-ho and hope for the best. Hierophant 3 has 50 health? Really, man? What are you doing? Alright, fine. I mean, I'm going in on it, right? Not pivoting into Slay now. We will commit, right? We're going to deployable the Steward's Quarters here. You got to understand, I don't have Ember for anything else. So, we're going to do this, and I'm going to just hope that we hit well enough. Armory says Grow Room. Space for this anywhere. Boiler Room, I can't kill any of my own units on Ring 1. Oh, sell it. I'm thinking the best play here, by the way, is save all of our money in an attempt to fish for a relic that gives me 1 Ember on turn 1. Like, or on deployment. I mean, that's got to be it, right? We go to the right, we plan around the dupe. In the worst case, we do like a -1 spell chain on a proliferate and make a copy of it, I guess. Like, we can do some stuff there, but none of these other things matter. We have enough equipment for everyone. I could merge. Now becomes the question of, I could merge the Cycle Staff into the Glaive. This is a power play. That also is 3 Ember, so, you know, expensive. What does this look like? 69, nice. This looks pretty darn good. That's an opening of 69, and then Mage Blade 3. That's just, you play this on your 1 dude. This is huge. It's better than putting the Cycle Staff on the Enchantrell, that's for sure. I think this is worth my 75 gold here. It's also technically a removal, which I appreciate. Alright, we have really good merged equipment right now. We move on. Alright, buddy. Give me a doable thing. Okay, Pyre Dampener is terrible. It's terrible. We're talking about Ember being a problem. How do I not lose to Ajax? Can we sap him to 0? Maybe. Can I take Pyre Dampener? So here's the question. Can I win without taking this trial? And the answer is no. So hashtag deal with it. Start battle. That's what we have. Hashtag deal with it. Steward's Quarters up top. Nightingale, I think you have to, order of operations, I have to play Inferno Room or these heretics kill me. Got it. Great. I can play either Enchantrell or Nightingale. Tough. If I'm being clear with you, I think it's going to be Enchantrell because she is significantly harder to play later in the combat. Ugh. Alright, fair enough, man. Fair enough. And then we're just going to hope for the best. Yeah, okay, great. We hit our merged equipment on the wrong turn, which is awful. Here's a decay on bottom. I mean, I will incant. There's no reason not to. Can't merged equipment out, which is a bummer. I could play the Dig Deep here and still fit my Smidgestone Nightingale later. True. I'm going to do that. That's great, getting that in play. Let's four-touch the Gladiator, because he scares me. Start with a Bloody Moon on big money upstairs. I can't play Infectory here because reasons. It's true. I do think this is a good proliferate turn. You get to see kind of, I can do, yeah, sap 10 on her play is really good here. Let's respect this Gladiator that is certainly going to walk on me. Nightingale, I need you, buddy. All right, there he is. He lands. It's good, right? It's good to get it. We can mushy room middle here now, and we are going to sap this goober to sap 8, which is something, I guess. I do think putting Decay on him is better than the Glittering Draught here, so we'll do that. This guy's walking on me for sure, but he is at minus 16, which is kind of nifty, so maybe I don't die to him. Yeah, he does 0 to me. Okay, all right. Loam Coat is good. Infectory is not necessary here, but Loam Coat's good. I will 100% be sapping out the Avowed Gladiator. What's the angle? Do you want Infectory? It does give an extra 2 sap, which puts this guy in death range for sure. Or I can hit the Stardust Invocation on Moon Ritual here. I think getting the Infectory out is worth more here. I think so. Yes, alright. We're doing our best. Is it good enough? That man does die without hitting me, which is pretty impressive. So we'll take it. It turns out sap is good, right? Enemies simply never hit, which is wild, but true. Who gets this conduit? Doesn't matter here. I can just send something to the Shadow Realm. It's an option. We can air blast them, or I can just... None of these guys have an extinguish, right? Just let them all walk on me, and we hit them with the proliferate, and they go to non-existent. It's true. I probably just send Meddler and tap him twice, and we let it ride. Doesn't actually matter. I'm just basically getting rid of him. Hey, man, I took 0. Those guys walked in, and we didn't eat anything. Merged equipment finally online. Except I think the play is actually first we need the Bloody Moon upstairs for the sap, right? Then I can sap Big Scary Man. Cool. Then I go... Wait, then we go merged equipment first. Then we go into New Moon. And I think we actually managed to pull this off. Maybe we take a little bit of damage? No, we're actually fine because of the resolve trigger. This guy, Ajax, hey buddy, how's it going? You ready to absolutely send me? I'm ready to send. I think Evergrowth is maybe going to save our run, but let me be clear, I'm still not feeling great about it. So, yeah, sure, right? This is just Stardust Invocation on a Moon Ritual for sure. I can put a Spore Touch in back, which at least pops a Reanimate. I will end in New Moon here. That matters. And I would like to sap the guy that is in the back here, because he's walking on me. I guess it doesn't really matter. Here, get him, Rax the Overblessed. This man is going to absolutely send me. Let's be clear. He's going to basically take me to church. It's bad. Everything about this is terrible. Here, have some sap. Are we alive yet? No, we're not alive yet. Here, oh my gosh, we are technically now alive. Look, and then we just hit him with the Dig Deep, and it's actually super free, right? Totally. He only does 100 damage a turn. Good grief, man. Thank you, I guess, Nightingale, for not dying. That was terrible. -1 Ember was maybe the worst trial we could have gotten, and yet we still managed to pull it out. Coven Spike. No, I don't want this Coven Spike. It's not good here. Even though I do benefit a little bit from it, I don't care. It's Cosmic Bolt or nothing here, and I think it's nothing because I don't want the Calcified Ember. Mushroom Cloud. Spike of the Legion is sick, though, right? We can spike. It essentially says 2x Propagate is huge. This is just huge burst. This is worth the Calcified Ember, I think. Yeah, alright, great. We'll take that. Cool. And then we must go to the dupe because we're planning around the possibility that our run maybe gets what we want. Great. Let's go, bud. Give me anything that gives me Ember in deployment. Yo, the Artificial Pyre Stone hit, snap, click. Everyone, we've done it. We figured out the run, just high roll. I mean, the truth is there were actually like 3 relics I was thinking of that could answer this. There's a few other ones that do it, but this is the perfect one. Now it's like, now I can play everything and also play Cluster Kernel, which is cool. Think about this. Right now I have 9 deployment Ember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 8, 9 from second Nightingale, and we're good. We're golden. Incredible. Take money. Game is so free. Ancient Roots is also very good. We have a lot of stupidly expensive things, so purchase that. Silent units get plus 20 attack during new moon. That is, let's be clear, that's just plus 120 damage to my floor, right? Right? Yeah, no, that's just 3 hits in Eclipse Chamber. Alright, sure. Spin this, see if we hit something cool. Ah, yes, my favorite Luna artifact, Seer Orb. The only 2 cards in Luna that apply spell weakness are Silent Sentinel and Hexcalation. So, great. Now, here's the question you have to ask yourself. Do I have a play for Lightstone Casing and then enough money to do anything with it? I think the answer is no. I am going to remove Consume on Proliferate because I think this card is disgusting, right? Alternatively, what if I just spike the Legion -2? It's right there. It's right there, and I can just target fungi and cruise. It's right there. We're gonna do it. With the -2 being here, that card is on point. Double stack. Is there a double stack play? What? Fungi in a suit? I would not have expected this to let me do the armor doubling here, but alright, fair enough, I guess. $200. The dupe is, don't forget, where is he? Nightingale. Everyone has been hating on Nightingale, but secretly you just have to hit the Ring 1 Eclipse Chamber and he becomes viable. Just hit. Alright, I think we re-roll on this. See if we get a good one. Yo, Intrinsic. Intrinsic holdover. I'll tell you what's a really good holdover. Dig Deep. Let's be honest. This is dope. For 1 Ember every turn, I get to spawn... even once I play the Calcified Ember, that is... Excuse me. Spawn 6. Spawn 5. Value. Right? Can I afford both of these? Exactly, yes. Amazing. Yeah, we're holding this guy over. This card is cracked. Okay, we're very strong all of a sudden. We did it. I think we have a win tucked away in here. My turn 1 looks insane. I want you to watch this deployment and see just how bonkers our deployment phase is. Can't believe we pulled this off. That's obscene. Remember to click the Titan trial. That would be the worst way to lose here. It's just, whoops, I forgot to fight the Titans. Behold my power. First of all, Inferno Room is mission critical. Alright, now it's Steward's Quarters, right? We're going to put the conduit on one of our Nightingales, right? I think that's important. The rest of the sequencing on this doesn't really matter, right? We fit the whole floor together, and then Cluster Kernel goes and lives middle. Amazing. We had an absolutely bonkers turn 1. Now, from here, I need to generate armor. It's really good to do it. I am going to play Merged Equipment here. I think it's important. And I think I'm going to incant on this. We're going to have to offset some of this. We're not able to generate the rally procs right away. Eclipse Chamber is never happening here. We eat some corruption. This is fully offset, however, by the existence of everything else. We can dig deep here. Now we have this draft. BT dubs, I can make a card cost -2, which is pretty dope. We can do this, pretty powerful. Mushy Room on middle. We're going to start disabling Dominion here. I will heal upstairs, play the Vengeful Shard, save our everything. I'm not afraid of the Selene Acolyte weirdness. Not Selene Acolyte, the Lunar Lantern weirdness. Bottom floor, it is value add to decay the duo. Yes, okay. Trust in Cluster Kernel. He's got it. So Bloody Moon is a really good just open play here because it benefits from -2 on Ancient Roots. So I'm thinking we go downstairs and pop that. Then I click the Dig Deep and we have disabled Seraph. Get rid of the Calcified Ember here. We get to play the Infectory now. I'm not I lose damage on the floor, but I'm not concerned about it, really. We're going to be relying on Ardoon to offset the action triggers here, right? Ardoon's entire career exists on this. We can also give ourselves regen, which is kind of nifty to think about, so that's an option. Dig Deep, we get the Loam Coat on Fungi here. I will play the Tome of Evergrowth on this guy. The real question next is, do I regen stack on Ardoon? Maybe. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. Enemy's already zeroed out here, right? 100%. I'll give him some regen. This offsets a little. He lowers his damage, but it offsets it a bit. The action trigger on Seraph is the only thing that really frightens me here. Okay, so first thing is we play the expensive Dig Deep for free. Then we play Big Dig Deep. Then we sap Seraph for a bunch. Then we click Proliferate here, which we benefit the regen from. Right? I haven't seen the Eclipse Room again. I am going to Sport Hutch out a Deformed Duo downstairs. I will click Meddler. It's good to be in Night Phase here because we get extra hits, right? So don't hit Meddler yet, even though I would benefit on the Lunar Phase switch. Yeah, we're fine. The Corruption is terrifying, but I think we can hold out. Spike 16 is a pretty ridiculous play. I can't do it. I think the angle is just for sure Fungi in a suit here for one. Right? Just really strong. We go into night mode. I will play my other cards. Dig Deep. 100 armor. I mean, Ardoon's Hierophant Path is frustratingly low durability, but what I will say in its favor is that area of effect armor is doing work on Nightingales who have 5 hit points. 5 hit points. We're always clicking Proliferate up here, right? We have regen in front here. On the only guys that have health, we have the regen, so always click Proliferate. Oh, goodbye Meddler, I guess. He's toast here. I could Spike of the Legion the boss, but with 55 sap, he's losing Relentless already. The only thing I have to not lose is my floor, basically. I'm just going to Spike for 6 up front. I think that's fine. And then, yeah, are they dying with 37 sap? Maybe. Maybe. Here, I'll stack. I think we're so confident I'll just keep stacking Ardoon regen, because that way he lives a little better. Which is good. Thank you, Inferno Room. Very cool. We get one more action up here. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. I can and will just bonk the boss straight up with Cosmic Bolt. It's a good card to play. We go into night mode. Dig Deep is huge. Hit him with the decay triggers. Play the other Infectory just to get rid of it. I will sap the boss just to get rid of him. 144 armor in back. I think that's enough to buy me enough rounds. Mid-floor holds out incredibly. Finally, Relentless. It's about as bad as it can get, right? This is the time for Eclipse Chamber. Bloody Moon is a great pickup, I think. I can pop that, dig deep here, and then we just spike for 12 on front, I think. Yeah, right? We just send it. Huge spike play. Good. We don't get any Infectory procs, but that's okay. We lose Cluster Kernel at long last, but he did great work. I think we have this as long as I can buy enough turns in Relentless, and I think as long as I keep playing cards, we should be able to, right? Like, this is a good set of incants, in my opinion. And I managed to remember to decay in the back. Didn't matter, because the sap would have disabled him on the Pyre room, but still, fine. Cool. I don't have to click the dualism Evergrowth here. It truly does not matter. Great. Other Dig Deep in play. Can I save Enchantrell in Relentless? I don't actually know. We get the Stardust Invocation on a Moon Ritual, which is incredible. And then we can sap out the boss. We actually do manage to do this in 3 rounds, incredibly, which is very impressive. That seems unlikely, but I guess it's true. Yeah, fair enough. Cool, alright, great. We managed to push through Dominion, which is scary and was doable. Hierophant played a very important role. I don't think there's a world we can live this without him here. Now, we didn't see Phase Blessing or Title Turning or any of the good armor cards, so he was actually, let's be clear, really important. We can do the same turn 1 that we could before, which is great. Inferno Room. Ooh, gotta get that Stardust Treat on the floor. Great. Nightingale 2. Ardoon. Wait. Steward's Quarters, Ardoon. Colonel Middle. It's good. Alright, I would like to... Okay, topping into my Dig Deep is huge because it prevents Ardoon from getting any corruption, which I really appreciate. I can then actually afford to play my merged equipment here, which is really important. I can go into Knight. I can tank the corruption on middle with Spear Steward here, which is also very good. And we get Spike of the Legion. So we've disabled Entropy on turn 1, which is great news. We have enough Pyre health that I should be able to just freely eat Savagery's hits on bottom, no problem. We do get Infectory to replace upstairs. Great. Let's Pyre Light first. Then I'm going to Moon Ritual on Ardoon to spread this around. I do think it is correct to drop Proliferates here. Great. Here's Meddler, I guess. I'll go into... Yeah, sure, here, fair enough. We already have Fungi, so I don't need to do the Infectory. How bad is it to play Curse of Entropy? I'll play 1 Curse of Entropy, but I do think that we want to kind of just eat some of these to the Pyre health. We walked in with 120, alright? Should be okay. Inferno Room doing mission critical levels of work. Loam Coat must be played. Okay, first things first. I think we're going to pop 0 to generate 2 Ember here. It's great. We get Pyre Light. I get Dig Deep. We essentially have fully disabled the guy, right? I can go ahead and Meddler twice, it's fine. I'm just gonna eat this Curse of Entropy damage, I think. We have enough Pyre health, I'm not afraid. If Cluster Kernel can make it to the next wave of Savagery, I'll be very impressed. We're just gonna take this hit, I don't care, it's fine. You know, it's not ideal, but it's fine. My guy is currently sapped to 0. We've avoided... Inferno Room is doing most of the work here. Mushy Room on middle, yes. Tome of Evergrowth is pretty clutch. Dig Deep is pretty important. Pyre Light is pretty important. Can't play the Spear Steward. He's very difficult to get out. That's fine. I will decay on Dominion, actually, I think. Not terribly happy with the Curse of Entropy play here, but I think we can get away with it. I'm balancing these, right? I'm going to take a couple and it's fine. There's no reason to take that damage if I don't need my functionality to survive, but does he make it? Are you alive? My god, he takes it. He's a hero. And then we just freely Eclipse Chamber upstairs. This is high value. This is going to offset the sap that I'm struggling with. I will Beam Cannon the boss. That's a great 280, 260 numbers. Now we can just ignore everything, and we are experiencing the power of Lunar Lantern. We definitely click the Pyre Light for sure. And I will continue to stack Decay on the boss. Amazing work, Cluster Colonel. You are a hero and a credit to yourself and others. Fantastic. Yes, press end turn. I don't need to do anything with the Evergrowth Tome right now. Everything was sapped to 0 already, so it's all good. This is the turn you dread, right? The triple Curse of Entropy Vengeful Shard play is just like, hey bud, I get it. It's not good. I don't want to give regen to Savagery unless I need to, and I don't think I need to. He is super zeroed out. I will take the Glittering Draught upstairs. It's free damage. Everything else, I just play these cards. Am I going to eat 12 here? Yes. Yes, I am. Am I just going to eat 12 to the Pyre? Turns out, I am. It's actually 9. I keep forgetting it does 4 sap, but 3 Pyre damage. So it's not nearly as bad as it sounds. I think Colonel's dead here, right? Yo, how are you alive? My hero! My guy is unhinged. Ridiculous. Oh, wait, no, he's dead now. I incanted him. Yep, alright, great job. Turns out, that sucks. Well, goodbye, my hero. It's fine. I didn't need you, really, anyway. Alright, we killed a minion. It's good. I'm gonna bounce this. I don't care about it. None of this matters. Whoops. Sorry, he was fine, and then he wasn't fine. Whoops. That's okay. It just means I take 5 fire damage next turn. It's not that big of a deal. The enemies here stand no chance on this. We can do a fun Stardust Invocation on Dig Deep here, which is really cool. That's a good turn. I do not need to do any more damage to the minion. We do clear Entropy here. We clear the other guy next turn, so we're cruising. I just take this hit. We have plenty of Pyre health. We're fine. Great. Actually, just great. Cool. 120 sap seems good. I think we have it on lock, right? Hit him with the Cosmic Bolt because Beam Cannon activate. Great. Dig Deep. Yeah, we got it, right? Titans were easier in this instance than Seraph. Seraph, of course, major threat because of his action trigger. We knew that was going to be a problem early on. Super easy win. Don't even need to click Enchantrell. We just get it. Great. Bonk, 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 and it's out. All right, amazing. And I don't even think that was with a reset, right? I think we get our medal. So that's exciting. So a true victory, then, is the way I see it, which is amazing. Let's look for that medal. We'll be on the lookout for it. I don't think I reset, though. We almost had a bad one on Archean, but somehow managed to square it up. So, fantastic. Nightingale did great. Now, let me be clear. Nightingale is a pretty niche unit, right? I don't think he's a snap click in most situations. Multi-strike applied, 82. I guess it must be counting each time he goes into New Moon, which is very funny. Let's go to the run summary. But yeah, Nightingale, this guy he hits a lot of times, so he really benefits from the Eclipse Chamber play, right? Plus 15 on Resolve is no joke. That is 45 damage to each of them. Them being tiny, remember I toiled over this in the beginning of the run, them being tiny is very important because it means that I can fit multiple of them. Both of them get this benefit. We do have the medal, by the way. We got it. Look at that. Incredible. So, amazing. It turns out that Sap is really strong. Enchantrell remains a very powerful unit. I'm not surprised. Like, think about this from Monster Train 1's perspective. Lodestone Totem was incredible, still probably is incredible, and so is Enchantrell. I do think Rally is a little trickier to activate, but this clan has a uniquely good way of handling it, and you can thus see the benefit, right? It's a little harder to trigger, but with something like Dig Deep here, I spawn 5, I generate 5 rally triggers with 1 card. This Dig Deep BT dubs, huge. This card is so good. Seeing the holdover on this was incredible. This saved everything, in my opinion. The Ring 8 artifacts were huge. Artificial Pyre Stone meant I could actually play my Colonel. There were other pickups that I was thinking about grabbing that might have done similar, right? My other things that could. I was thinking of the one that gives you Ember when you enter Full Moon or something like that. So, like, there's some other options here. That one might actually have been weird. I think deployment starts in New Moon, but regardless, pretty good stuff. Fight Club didn't do anything. I think I attacked once, 1 turn with it on Seraph. Otherwise, though, we squared up and crushed. Amazing. I do gotta admit, having the extra Nightingale was big, especially with the Eclipse Room stacking. I think failing this, we still would have had a competent run, but we played as if we were gonna win, and we won. So go team. Tome of Evergrowth, I think, is sneakily strong. This is a card I think is easy to not realize is as powerful as it is. You put this on a dualism unit, and we're talking regen 6, sap 6, and that's huge. Adds a massive burst of sap on an enemy, or a big survivability swing on a tank that already does minimal damage. So pretty cool. I like that card a lot, actually. The dual use here is very nice. I also just think it's interesting adding abilities to units. I wish they did this more, in my opinion. What else? Colonel, hey man, he made it through 2 savagery waves on Titans. That's really good. That's 10 Pyre health he did. Great job, man. Good job. There was a world he mattered more in my main floor, but he just tanked it otherwise, which is cool. Big fan of that. Inferno Room remains amazing. Deployable Inferno Room is huge. 50 damage is a really important threshold for anyone keeping track. That is Chosen Assassins. 35 is also really important. That is Chosen Supplicants. These are numbers that you're going to start memorizing as you get really good at Monster Train 2. Those thresholds are important. 20 is Heretics. Like, numbers, man, they're all over the place. So fortunately, we have the Bestiary you can look at if you want to figure it out. But this run also would have gotten Spear Steward his what's it called? Was it banner? I want to call it a banner, but it's not. His mastery, that's the word. Would have gotten him just because I didn't have the ability to remove him. So, fun. Anyway, he was already mastered, actually, because I think I got him out of a Jack-in-the-Box at some point. Good run. Very pleased with this. Let's go back. Let's go to the outpost, see what we roll. Lore, Tipsy Imp. What do we get? So let me get this straight. All the witches in your clan can use magic. They are not witches. They are called Selene. But all of the warriors, including the both of you, can't use magic. Don't you think you got the short end of the stick? We are not mere warriors, we are the silent, and no, we did not get the short end of the stick. It is a great honor and duty to be born as a silent. We are protectors of magic. Without us, the Selene would be vulnerable. Sure, but don't you want to be able to do something cool, like cast spells and stuff? Cool? What a pointless endeavor. The silent are bastions of duty. We don't care about being cool. Shadeguard up here like, sorry, Moonguard, but I'm with him. I'd rather cast magic. It's just way cooler. See, what did I say? You what? You can't be serious, are you? Magic wouldn't be special if everyone could use it. We fill an important role in the sacred duality. You're saying our role is to not be special. Short end of the stick, what did I say? Let me be clear, though. These guys are 2 of the best units in the clan. So they are, mechanically, these guys are kings. Like, let's not worry about it. Bah, I don't know how to convince you to. We are cool, just in a different way. But you said we don't care about being cool. I know what I said. Look, our bodies aren't suited for magic, but in exchange, we don't get weaker when the moon dims. It's a trade-off. I guess I can relate to that. I'm a dragon, but I don't have any wings, and I can't breathe fire. So instead, I got pretty good at swinging my mace. Can pack a pretty nasty punch with it too. See, I for one think that is quite cool. But breathing fire would be nice. You're right. You're right. This is just like caster supremacy, and it doesn't need to be there. Like, these guys wreck shop. My favorite unit in the clan is Moonguard. Straight up, this guy just rolls up and says, "Hello, I am Moonguard, prepare to die," and just sends everything to the Shadow Realm. Look at Mage Blade 6 in New Moon. Dude rolls up, give him one multi-strike, and he hits for like 7,000 damage. It's good stuff. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say. It's a good run. We did great. We got our medal. I think we're looking at a pretty solid run history. I would say that is, yeah, it's a 5-win streak proper. 5 medals in a row. Big fan of that. Where it looks like we're actually figuring things out. We had a couple of runs there. I mean, they're wins, right? Quote unquote wins, but they restart. So I'm not counting them. But 5 in a row is a nice feel. So making good progress. And I will let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.